Well, alrighty then. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the first edition of Lord Duncan's Rock and World, the baseball edition, or second baseball edition, but this is the actual official first live Twinkie talk. I'm going to have a comment board over here. Let's see what we've got here. Make sure that's going. And I'll even put the link up here. So if someone want to come on and start talking about anything they want in baseball, obviously, as you can see, I'm a Twins fan. You don't have to love the Twins to come on the show. I'm talking all kinds of baseball, obviously preferably Twins, but here is going to be an invite to come on the show and talk and chat if you want. Pretty much baseball, preferably Twins. Let's see what we got here. Come on now. Where's that at? All right, let's get this going here. Sorry I'm late, everybody. It figures working from home and you're still late. Actually, late afternoon nap. Ran a little too late, so I guess it's lucky I woke up. I did not have an alarm going. All right, let's get this posted up here in the comments. All right. There is a link if anybody wants to come on and chat about the baseball stuff, or otherwise I'll start doing stuff myself. Got some baseball stuff in the background. A couple Twinkie boxes. The bottom one's from the 91 World Series. One on top is from when they retired Kirby Puckett's number, as well as Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield's on the backside of the box. It was a dual box with Curry and Dave Winfield. So Winfield actually being a born and raised a Minnesota boy to begin with, before playing for the Yankees and other teams, and for the Twins briefly at least. So that was cool. Tell you what, let's go over. Let me just do something real quick for fun of it, just to get us going here until we get somebody to come on and say who wants to say hi. Let's go and open up a packet of cards. I gave up soda a few years ago, but cutting down beer now, so I'm gonna rock a nice cold Coca-Cola on occasion. What the hell? We got some brand new 1990s right out of the pack here from Fleer, 1990 Fleer baseball. Let's see who we get. Oh, they're all stuck funny. All right, let's get the quiz one out of there. We don't care about the quiz sticker. Well, get this on so I can read a little bit better. All right. Well, there's a name I don't know. Sorry. Bob Kipper. I know that one. Omar Vizquel. Milt Thompson. Dwight Evans. Sorry, these little stuck together here. Steve Lyons. Everybody knows that name. Steve Lyons. Carlton Fisk. Wow. A lot of years there. That's like 20 years worth of years of the show. '70s up to the '90s. Good Lord. We've got a Tim Burtsass. Tim Burtsass. Okay, there we go. Andy McGaffigan. Greg Briley. I did just wash my hands, by the way, for all you basically you collector freaks who say I'm holding the card wrong and everything else. Did just wash my hands. There's a Will Clark. Jeff Robinson. You ever heard of him? I think you have. Good old Jose Canseco. I saw a game in the 80s with Jose and McGuire each probably went off two or three dingers each. I know that Puckett had a couple of good boys. The Twins also had a couple of dingers each. A very high scoring game, but it was like home run. There was probably 9 to 10 home runs for that game. It was very exciting. Unfortunately, I think we lost the stupid A's, but that would be the way it goes, right? Up there in the Metrodome. Rafael Ramirez, good old vintage Astros jersey there. Bob Melvin, good old Bob Melvin. And last but not least, the one and the only, Tim Belcher. There you go. Some brand new cards. Got a brand new thing of plastic sleeves that just came in the mail, so I'll make sure that a good portion of these goes in a plastic sleeve. I don't think any of them are rookie cards. If they are, let me know. All right, so we're still live. Looks like we are still live. No one wants to come on yet. That's okay. I'll start talking about some stuff. Assuming you can hear me, right? I certainly hope you can hear me. All right. Well, just to start with Minnesota Twins. Looks like this year we've lost. Well, as you remember, we had a big fire sale last year. We lost a lot of people. This year we finally did release good old Mickey Gasper, guy with the giant mustache. It was the epitome of the ultimate baseball stash. The dude played for a long time in the minors. Finally made it up to the pros, which is nice for him. I don't remember him doing very well. He did have a couple hits for us, which is nice. He is actually now with the signed on with the Washington Nationals. So all the luck to him for moving on with the Nationals club. We had a big, nice utility band that we lost. It's too cold to have the window down, right? You go over here and then we'll try to maybe go to the store in a little while, all right? You just settle down and be a good girl. All right, go over there. So we lost Willie Castro to the Cubs. I was kind of bumming, hoping maybe we could get him back this year. But it turns out we lost him again. Now he is signed with the Colorado Rockies. So kind of a messed up club out there. They don't really do a lot to build the team up. Most good pitchers don't want to go there because the altitude, the thinner air leads to a lot of balls heading over the fence. They actually have to use a humidor out there in Colorado to keep the balls in a humidor to keep them from getting too hard, which then sends them over the fence easier. So they actually have to kind of bog down the balls, make them a little wet and soggy, so to speak. Maybe not wet, but not as hard as they would be otherwise. So that's enough about that. We had that giant player. His name was the guy was like 10 feet tall for us. You remember him? Carson McGasker. I guess we've since released him. So good luck to him on finding a gig someplace. I believe you probably recall a kid named Deshaun Kiersey. I used to get him mixed up with Keyshaw. Kiersey, this hat ain't looking right. There you go. A little gnome hat. All right. Deshaun Kersey. He hit center fielder for us. Actually, back in December 18th, he actually signed with the Atlanta Braves. So, good luck to Mr. Kersey. All right, and if you remember Christian Vasquez, our catcher we got from the Astros a few years ago, we did not renew his contract. In turn, we actually went around and bought another catcher from the Astros this year, named what is the name again? I think it's we got a guy named Caratini. For catcher, we got a Caratini and a Carabella, and of course Ryan Jeffers, and another one named Wilson, I think, or Jackson. So we're sporting plenty of catches, and probably need to shave that down a little bit. Rumor has maybe we're gonna trade Ryan Jeffers, possible. You never know. Who knows? Let's see. If you remember a guy named Ryan Fitzgerald, we designated him to free assignment, and he's now actually gone with the Dodgers. All right, let's see. So, some of our additions. I think that's enough for that part. Yeah. Some additions we've added this year would be a guy named Eric Wagaman. Eric Wagaman seems to be a big hitter. You sure no one wants to come on? Here's a link right up here. Feel free to come on and or at least leave a comment, just so I know someone's watching, if possible. So, I believe it's supposed to be a live stream. We'll see. If I did something wrong, so I know we can get on. Well, so be it. I can always erase this anyway if I have to. All right. So let's see. We got Wagman for first, and I guess you think he hit like 22 dingers last year, so he's still got a decent sized bat. So I guess he would be taking over first or the DH duties. And then, of course, we also signed Josh Bell, I believe, who came from. Where did we get him from? Oh, first he started with the Phillies. Oh, I'm sorry, Pittsburgh Pirates, Washington, San Diego, Cleveland, Miami, Arizona, then Washington again, and now finally we got Josh Bell as our first baseman, also /DH. So we're sitting good on first base, DH. Plenty of other guys that could fill in as DH as well, like Larnick and Wallner. So Jeffers. All right. Here's those guys. I talked about Ryan Fitzgerald already. And we picked up Victor Caratini for catcher. That's like probably the most recent thing we've done. So a couple of years for him. Let's see. It looks like we're not going to need Frenchie, Joan of Arc, guy with the Joan of Arc haircut. Eddie Julian, he can pretty much pack his bags. We do not need him. We also got Cody Clemens and this kid named Kreidler to fill in over that area besides Kersey. So I'd say second base, first and second are taken care of. So he can hit the road. We don't need Eddie Julian. Pissed me off and making errors and costing us games every single year. All right. Let's see here. Oh, we actually picked up a guy named Alan Rodin, Minnesota boy, to play the outfield. So we're set at left field or center. We also have, of course, Austin Martin to take over center. So, any other news here when I throw your way? I guess it's going to call it a short one today, being that hasn't anybody come on. So, yeah, that's the way stuff goes. All right. Let's just go over our depth chart here. So, like I said, a catcher, we've got Jeffers, Carabella, and Caratini. First base, we've got Josh Bell, Eric Wagman, and Cody Clemens. Second baseman, Got Keyshaw, Austin Martin, and Cody Clemens. And also this kid named Tristan Gray, as well as Oswaldo Arcia that we signed. So now we've got the other Arcia. We had the other Arcia used to play our outfield years ago. Let's see. Oh, and this Tristan Gray actually has like 22 homers. No, he's got 91 homers since 2022. So he's averaged about 20 a year. So that's not too bad. We always could use bats. Lord knows I love home runs. Let's see. Lewis, Brooks Lee, Clemens, and Kreidler. Shortstop, you got Kreidler and Lee. Left field, we got Martin, Outman, Larnick, Alan Rodin. Center, we got good old Byron Buxton, Outman, Martin, and Rodin as well. Right field, Larnick, Outman, and good old Matt Wallner, Minnesota boy Matt Wallner. D got Josh Bell, Eric Wegman, Jeffers, Wallner, and Trevor Larnick. And you know all the pitching. I guess the ones we've got as of now, this is what we've got for pitching. We've got Lopez, Ryan, Ober, Zebby Matthews, Taj Bradley, Festa, Simeon Woods, and Abel. And then Topa, Cole Sands, Funderburk, Adams for bench. I'm sorry, for bullpen help. We just signed good old familiar face, one of the Taylor twins. I should say one of the Rogers twins. We brought back Taylor Rogers to be one of our closers. Obviously, nowhere near as good as Yoan Duran. Kind of a shame they actually had to get rid of him. I really didn't do as much good, but we better have gotten lots of money and picks out of it or something. And let's see, as usual, we're always one or two big bats away and two or three good pitchers away. That seems to be the case every single year. Even as we go into the regular season, we're always short, one or two big bats and two or three big pitchers. But that's the way the cookie crumbles when you're a Twins fan. And you know what? I'm going to be a Twins fan no matter what. I don't care. Shitty ownership, whatever. Hopefully this new brother will do by right the fans and, maybe try to actually help us build the team back up to what our fans and myself all deserve, of course. All right, let's see. Anybody wants to buy me a private box for the Twins games, I'd be happy to go. Just let me know what day and I'll be there. That's it for that. Oh, here's a couple of nice little fun facts. Did you know that the Twins actually had a mascot that was not TC Bear? And we got TC Bear back in 2000, since 2000. And before TC Bear, we actually had a mascot from 1980 or 81 of an actual Twinkie. So there you go, Twinkie fans. We had an actual Twinkie. If I remember right, he actually wore it was a Twinkie with a baseball hat and a little Twins jersey, if I recall. I'll have to dig it up and try to see if I can't find some kind of picture to show on here for that one of these days. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Another little fun fact. Did you know good old Kent Herbeck, our big and somewhat husky first baseman, 2 in the park home runs in the 80s. One September 30th in 1980 against the Blue Jays, and another one that my grandfather and I were at, which was September 11th of 1984 against the Kansas City Royals. And it's pretty wild to see good old Ken Herbeck with an actual in the park home run. Obviously, there are errors in the outfield. And then David Ortiz, good old Big Pappy, who stupidly let go to the Red Sox. He hit it in the home park, in the park home run in July 5th of 2000 in the Metrodome there. And, of course, that was against his next team, against the Red Sox. So that would be something to see. I need to look that one up. Good old David Ortiz with the in the park homer. July 5th of 2000. Well, I think we're going to call it a day since I didn't get any comments. Not one comment or anybody who wanted to come on and say hi. Maybe I sent them the wrong link. Let's take a look here. Nah, we'll just call it a day. This is a fun little makeshift random live video for the hell of it. So we'll go ahead and just post this and call it a day. Thank you for watching the Twin or my Twinkie talk. And thank you guys. Take care.
Minnesota Twins, we're gonna win, Twins, give it our all.